showing you how to make a tape bookmark with pressed flowers so that you can put it in any book that you're reading right now during the quarantine, or your Bible, or your favorite graphic novel. It's super easy and I had a lot of fun making it, so hopefully you can follow along with the tutorial and make it at home. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so these are the materials. Feel free to pause, go collect them, and then come back. So to start off, I'm going around and collecting some flowers that I think I would like to press into my bookmark. I also collected some clovers, and I recommend potentially even picking some leaves as well to mix in with your flowers. Now I'm just going through and cutting off all the stems of the leaves and flowers so that they lay flat on their faces while I press them. Now you're going to take your flowers and lay them out in your book. Make sure that they're not touching each other so that you get the most moisture out of them and they don't stick to each other. I'm just making sure all of the leaves are good and laid down before I close my book and smush it down. Now you're going to take any heavy object. I picked a rock to throw on top of my book, and you're going to let them sit for at least 3 days, if not a full week. These are some flowers that I had pressed a week ago from my house, and I let them sit for, probably about 7 days, if not more, just to get all of the moisture out so that they don't end up getting yucky and gross in your bookmark. If you can't get a flower or anything off your sheet, I recommend just peeling the back off like you saw there. Now I'm just going through and collecting all of the flowers I wish to put in my bookmark. Now I'm going to peel off my base piece of tape, just around roughly the size that I want it to be. Now I'm pulling over this sketchbook because I want to be able to see all of the details that are in my flowers while I'm laying them down, just so I know exactly how they look. So go ahead and just place all your flowers. As you can see, it was a little windy outside, so my flowers were flying around like crazy people. But just make sure that you're laying them down exactly where you want them, and then just press them down with the tip of your finger. As you can see, I just held my flower up to the top, and I decided I didn't like it there, so I decided to place it at the bottom. That's what you can do with all your flowers. You can hold them up to where you want them on the bookmark and place them wherever you want to put them. Now I'm just taking some sparkly iridescent glitter and placing it all over my tape, just so that it can show through both sides and add a little bit more detail. In this area, you can do whatever you want. You can add stickers, you can add papers with sayings, you can add pictures, anything you want. Now I'm just taking a second piece of tape, cutting it to the exact length that I want. It's okay if it's not exact, because we'll go through and clean up all the edges. But now I'm just laying it down, really making sure there's no air bubbles, really good and flat, just pressing it down. This is so that the flowers don't fall out, and also so that they don't turn brown and the least amount of air can get to them as possible. Now I'm just trimming off the edges, just to make sure that all of the sticky parts are gone and they don't stick to our book in the end. The way that I'm customizing my bookmark is that I'm taking some flower stickers and I'm placing them on the front. I'm doing the same thing with the flowers as I did with the pressed flowers on the inside. Is I'm holding them up to where I potentially might like them, then I am sticking them down once I'm sure I like where they are. Now is kind of a tricky part. You're going to fold the top of your bookmark in half only a little bit, and you're going to cut diagonally in opposite directions to cut a triangle out of the top. Now I'm going to take some yarn that I folded in half, and I'm just sticking it through the top, and I'm going to loop it through itself so that it stays attached to my bookmark. So I'm just putting the 2 little strings through the big hole that I folded in half through. And I'm just going to cut it to the length that I want. You can choose to make this as long or as short as you want, just because it's going to hang over the side of your book. Now I'm stringing some beads on just for a little added decoration. Now I'm just double knotting to make sure that all of the beads are going to stay on and stay attached. Alright, now I'm cutting all of the edges off just to make sure it looks pretty on the end. Now you're done, and you've made your very own custom pressed flower bookmark for any book that you're reading right now. So that's the final craft. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you had a great time making it, and that you can follow along with all the other tutorials that will be coming out soon. Make sure you stay tuned, because I'll be here almost every day of this week, and I can teach you how to make more crafts that will keep you a little bit entertained during the summer, because, you know, can't go to camp, so might as well do some fun camp crafts at home.